watching Studio 9.
Good evening and welcome to Studio 9. I'm your host, Patricia Maes. And this week we start off the show with a little life advice from America's Life Coach. From working with billionaires to Hollywood stars, Lovegrove is one of the fastest growing names in the personal development arena. His powerful one-on-one coaching is widely praised for how it supports people in doing real inner work. This week on Studio 9, we're thrilled with our one-on-one conversation with Stefan. He flew into El Paso from LA specifically to be on Studio 9. We're so excited here at Studio 9. With me, joining me, is America's Life Coach, Stefan Lovegrove, all the way from California, from LA. Welcome so much. Thank you for being on the show. Okay.
So good to be here.
I know, I'm so excited. I've been showing him El Paso. So let's talk about life coach, because people hear that a lot, and it's very trendy right now. But what is a life coach? Why would you work with a life coach?
Yeah, it is trendy, but I still get asked all the time, what is it? So I think a lot of people don't know. In one sentence, I think I am in the business of helping people get what they want. If there's something that you want that is not currently happening or working for you, you might want to go to a coach that can support you in that. And so essentially, my clients are people that want to be at their best. I help them work on themselves every week. And doing the work to change your life from the inside out. So not trying to force things in a way that isn't going to feel good or isn't going to last, but changing yourself, changing your life from the inside out. And when you do that, really extraordinary things can happen.
And that starts with awareness, because oftentimes we're like, well, I can change on my own, but we sometimes have blind spots. And because we're so in it, and we've talked about this since you got here to El Paso, that we're so in a situation or something, or maybe a goal we want to reach, but we're just kind of going around in circles and we don't get there. But you get an objective person coming in and really just giving you a different point of view that helps you redirect. Or like you said it, and you keep saying it, I'm willing to see things differently. So sometimes it's just about that.
Right. I've said many times, the most expensive, costly thing in the world is what you can't see. And what makes it tricky is we don't know what we can't see, right? Like, I could have something in my teeth right now, and you could see it. They can all see it in this room, but I can't see me. And so it's so powerful, I think, to have someone objective that understands how energy works, understands how you create your life, but can look at you and see what's going on that you might be missing.
And a lot of it's personal responsibility, because oftentimes when we're stuck in something, it's very easy to point the finger and say, because of this or that or my circumstances. But you just said what you can't see, and willing to see things from the inside out. Like, what do I have control over? What can I change? What am I responsible for? And how can I shift my reality? And sometimes, not sometimes, always, for me, because I've lived this, which is how I met you, because I actually work with Stefan, and it's changing what's up here. So tell me about that, like how you walk someone through that process of that awareness of it starts in your mind and what you feel on the inside.
Yeah, well, you've heard me say this countless times, but you are the common denominator in all areas of your life. So, we can't see what's going on inside your brain right now, but that's where you live. And you bring that to your relationship, you bring that to your kids, you bring that to your workplace, to your career, to your dreams. And so it does all begin in here. And I remember my first coach ever would always joke about this idea of a placebo effect, right? And when we talk about doing this kind of personal growth work, I get it. There's a lot of skeptical people who say, well, what if it's all just a placebo effect? And he would always respond to that and say, even if it was just a placebo effect, you're living from your mind, and you bring you to every situation in your life. So it really is true that if you change your mind, you change your life. And so it does begin here. And, you've heard me say, I can work with anybody that is willing to see things differently. But where we often get stuck is we've lived in the same story for so long, with our job, with our love life, with our health, whatever it is. Money. We've lived in the same story for so long that we can't even imagine seeing it differently. And that's where we get stuck and repeat the same pattern for years and years.
And it can go on for decades. Okay, let's talk about 2020. New year, it's often a time and it kind of fits that you're here, right? Let's talk about changes. And New Year, everybody's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So there's a way to go about it. And how do you know if you're actually moving forward or you're just going around in circles, which can also happen, or our plans just fall through? Talk about the new year, new changes, and really want to improve or level up in our lives.
Well, I love that we're having this conversation right now because December 31st, everybody is inspired. And everybody's feeling a little reflective. And, you know, over that midnight toast, I was with a bunch of friends and, you know, they played Lizzo, Good as Hell, and we were feeling great. But now we're a little over a month into the year. And so I think it's a perfect time to ask, okay, not how you were feeling on December 31st, but what path are you on right now?
Right.
And, you know, one of my favorite experts on our daily habits, James Clear, teaches that you may not have all the results you want in this moment, but that's not as important as what trajectory are you on. And that's what I really want to challenge people with thinking about this year is you may not have the weight loss that you want all the way yet in February, right? But are you going to the gym? Are you showing up for your health? Are you making those choices to nourish your body and care for yourself? Look at the path that you're on. And where I think we have to just be honest with ourselves is if you say that you want something, but you're not in any way, shape, or form on the path to get there, don't kid yourself, right? I believe in positive affirmations and all of that, but if you're not actually on the path to get there, it's doing a disservice to yourself to lie to yourself about that. And it would be better to be honest and say, you know what? If I stay on this path, this is where we're going to end up, and it's time to make a change.